the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The drive starts with a run by White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now. He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Again, it's Foreman. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
The Bucks with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And that will be
incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Fielded at the 33. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They'll look to throw now on first down. He completes it right side to White. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll set up a throw. Right back to Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave and break.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the Bucks take a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Let's just go ahead and break down the RPO of that one because the R is usually the running back getting the football. When he does it, now you're at the pass option. And if you don't throw the ball, you're usually surrounded. That option usually doesn't give you much room to take off and go. In this case, he got out of a mess of trouble, and now he's gone downfield, and we're talking about a touchdown. That's a big-time play.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This one taken in by Otten. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. They defer to White out of the shotgun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Three. 19 right.
He'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
2nd and 2. That's complete to White. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Panther 11.
They'll look to throw here. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll set up to throw.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Here's White.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. They'll roll him out right. It's caught. This is White. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otton, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The Bucks ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
One play action. Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
A final shot before the break. Fields. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
To throw is Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to it. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
A carry for Foreman, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rap. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Deontay Foreman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On play action, they'll throw. Going across the formation, there's Otten with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. Finding Otten once more. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Back to throw again. Otten brings it in over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
For a tight end, he's got good straight-line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we...
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Bobcats, 60.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
He'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and forever. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On the jump. Cut 19. Cut 19. Mustang 19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll look to throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Well, this one taken in by Otten. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. Tiger, 19 Tigers.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bucks try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Otten. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
19 right. Panther 11.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He's got Claypool. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Fields. And this will be incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucks are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Moore used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Opting to run again here with White. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible. And he's in for the touchdown! And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they just likely won this thing in regulation. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. All eyes on Fields. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.